close. It's a 2-on-1. Kobe and Surra, the alley-oop, and Kobe with the dunk.
Hey there guys, what's going on, and welcome back to our channel. Did you know that Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in a single game? Shocking, isn't it? But then again, this is Kobe Bryant that we're talking about, and of course he could do something like that. The former Los Angeles Lakers star who left from high school to the National Basketball Association and became one of the league's greatest players of all time. He made many destructions in the game, some of which set a new record in history. So let's dive right in to see 5 times Kobe Bryant destroyed the competition. Number 5, 81 points in a single game. There are many basketball players in the history of the NBA that have set records that no one can beat, but we think that Kobe Bryant has completely destroyed the competition by setting up records that are hard to believe, scoring 81 points in a single game being one of them. That's something that only Bryant can do. He's the one to score the highest number of points in a single game in the modern NBA era, setting himself to be the one to beat. Bryant made this record against the Toronto Raptors in January of 2006, more than anyone had ever scored before. The Lakers coach at the time, Phil Jackson, said after the game, "I've seen some remarkable games, but I've never seen one like that before." Guess we can all agree with Phil Jackson on this one, because that game was so intense and Kobe's performance was so exciting that the audience couldn't risk blinking their eyes during the game, because you could never know what Kobe would do in a second. Bryant was the one to set up new standards and an unbreakable record in the NBA. This achievement not only stunned everyone else, but it also came as a shock to Bryant himself. According to him, he couldn't explain what just happened in the game. He was just playing with his whole energy that day. Well, we can clearly see the energy that he put in. In his prime, the Black Mamba was the best scorer that the league has ever seen, and likely we won't see another player quite like him. Simply put, there will only be one Kobe Bryant.
20 from the line and an 81-point game.
Number 4. 50-point average in 4 consecutive games. In his career, Kobe Bryant has done something that only one man can do: score 50 or more points in 4 consecutive games. Yes sirree, I didn't stutter. Usually, players destroy the competition by putting out their best performance in one game of a season, but Kobe is ought to do something different. He destroyed the entire competition by giving an extraordinary performance in 4 consecutive games. This was part of a several season stretch of Bryant's career where he was absolutely, bar none, the most unstoppable scoring force the league had ever seen. During the 2007 season, the Black Mamba managed to score 65 points against Portland, 50 against Minnesota, 60 against Memphis, and 50 against New Orleans, a 4-game average of more than 56 points per game. The Lakers won all 4 games, highlighted in the Black Mamba's mind-boggling March stretch. When the Black Mamba is on fire, there's nothing you can do to set him off. Just be prepared, because he's definitely coming to destroy the competition.
Kobe has 48. Kobe has 50. He's done it.
Number 3, Olympic medals. Kobe Bryant has a lot of firsts of NBA history in his pocket. He was even the first NBA player to receive 2 Olympic gold medals. Aside from being an ultra-decorated member of the NBA, Kobe owns 2 Olympic gold medals, the first of which came back in 2008. In what was a tight final game against Spain, Bryant came up huge in the 4th quarter, scoring 13 of his 20 points to lead Team USA to a 118-107 victory and secure the gold. Some call it the most clutch performances of his entire basketball career. As far as we've seen, it seems like Kobe Bryant likes to destroy the competition to set up his boundaries. He set up records that no one can beat for a very long time. Kobe Bryant was an asset to the National Basketball Association, and there might be many other players in the NBA, but there will never be another Kobe Bryant.
Carries the Lakers to the NBA Finals and will win an Olympic gold medal.
He's also become the most popular.
Number 2, Achilles tendon free throws. Kobe Bryant is not only one of the greatest, but one of the strongest players of the NBA. During his 20-year career, he suffered many injuries, but this one time, he tore off his Achilles tendon in a game against the Golden State Warriors. This injury seemed to be the beginning of the end for Bryant. Once, he tore his Achilles tendon, and many felt that his career was coming to an end. Still, on April 12, 2013, Bryant proved his greatness. After suffering the injury, the Black Mamba stayed in the game against Golden State to shoot his free throws after he was fouled. Not only did he shoot those 2 free throws, but he made them, helping the Lakers secure a 118-116 victory that was key in their pursuit of a playoff berth. Bryant never lets his team down, even when he's suffering from a lot of pain. This is one of the reasons why no one can ever be like him. He has set up bars very high for anyone to be his competition. His courage is what makes him the strongest.
Kobe Bryant cannot continue.
Number 1, his final game. Kobe Bryant is the only NBA player whose start and end of the career both are a record. He was and still is the youngest player to ever start an NBA game. Bryant was just 18 years and 158 days old when he made his first NBA start against the Dallas Mavericks in January of 1997. He scored 12 points as the Lakers won 102-83. Every point of Bryant's career in the NBA is a record. It seems like Bryant joined the NBA just to set records that no one else can beat. Only 4 players in NBA history have scored 33,000 points, but no one did it faster than Bryant. He is still the youngest player in the history of the NBA to reach that point. He was aged 37 and 138 days when he hit that landmark against the Sacramento Kings in January of 2016. He set up numerous records when he was young, but did he stop when he got old? Heck no. And what's more, his final game is the best answer to that question. Bryant did not slow down as he got older. In his final game for the Lakers in 2016, he hit 60 points against the Utah Jazz, in turn becoming the oldest player in the division's history to hit such a score in a single game. Seems like age wasn't something that could stop Kobe Bryant. He entered the basketball world with a record, and it wouldn't have been fair if he left it without making one too. Needless to say, Bryant is a player that can never be forgotten. Do share your favorite Kobe Bryant highlights in the comments section below, while also smashing that like button and subscribing to our channel if you want more NBA goodness from our channel in the future. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys later in another video. Bye now.